Today we'll be taking a look at the drum belt on this LG gas dryer. Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of repair videos on the latest technology. And for a limited time, you can save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all of our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the gas. You will need the following tools to complete this repair. To begin, you must first remove the top. In order to do so, there are 3 Phillips screws that will need to be removed. Take these out. Then we'll have to pop this cover off. What you do is flex in, just start to lift up, set it aside. Go ahead and take these screws off. Then to remove your top, put pressure on the top, slide it back and forth and lift up. And finally, set the top to the side. Now that that's set aside, the next thing we'll want to do is remove the control panel here. To do so, first we will unhook the wiring harness. It is just a pinch locking tab. Remove that. We will use a Phillips screwdriver to remove. There are 2 screws, one on each edge of the control console here. Next, to remove the actual piece itself, there are small locking squares on the top. And what you'll want to do is find where each one of these are and flex up on the plastic right there and pull forward. And once you get all of them, you can see it will start to disattach. Gently pull out, pull your wiring out, and set the control panel to the side. The next thing we'll need to do is remove this front panel. To do so, first we're going to open it up and take out these 2 screws here. They're both Phillips. Just close the door up, set those screws to the side. Next, we are going to remove these 3. Of course, when removing the last one, make sure you push pressure against the front. Let's slide forward, and we do have the wiring harness for the door switch on here. Simply pull out, lift up on the front, and set it to the side. Now, let's go ahead and remove the frame bracket. It's held on by 2 Phillips screws at the top. When we remove the second one, make sure you hold on to the bracket. Next, slide up, pull out, and set it to the side. Next, we can remove the front bulkhead with a couple of easy steps. First, we'll disconnect your LED bulb harness. Next, we'll have to remove this strain reliever. Move it to the side where you can pinch it with pliers and pull up. On the very bottom here, we have 1 more wiring harness. Just pinch and separate. Now, you'll have to remove these Phillips screws on the front. Now, to remove the actual bulkhead, we will have to lift up and slide out. Do the same on the other side. Lift up, slide out, and we will set it to the side. Now that we have the bulkhead removed, we have clear access to our drum belt. Now in many situations, the drum belt will probably be broken. It's very common with these machines. You'll find it snapped off and laying inside. If it is not broken, a couple of things you can check is you have a flat side and a ribbed side. Make sure there's no ribs on the flat side where maybe the belt has flipped over. You can look for rips or tears, look on the top, look inside, see if anything's hitting the idler. These are both reasons for this belt to be replaced. In order to replace it, what we'll do is reach in, you have your idler here. You will pull back on your idler to release tension, pull off the belt from the motor here, and let it drop down. You will lift up on the belt and start to pull it forward. Pull it out and set the belt to the side. When installing your new belt, first we'll want to stretch it. What we'll do is put the rib side going against the bottom of your shoe, pull tight, and start to slide it around. Then we'll want to put the belt around the drum. And start to pull it back. And we are going to go maybe halfway to 3/4 the way back. Now, we'll reach inside, find our belt. Let's just make sure it's not tangled on anything here. And in order to install it, you have a ribbed side and a flat side. You'll put the flat side against your idler wheel, and you'll pull back on your idler wheel until you reach your motor, and you'll tie around your motor with the ribbed side. Release the idler, make sure the spring doesn't pop back. Make sure it causes tension on the belt. Go around, make sure there's no flips on it. Like right here we had one. The other side looks good. Now we can reinstall the bulkhead. When reinstalling our bulkhead, you have these teeth that will slide into these slots on the frame. And what we'll do is we will lean the front on the lip of the bulkhead, lift it up, and put it into one side. We'll do the same on the other. Once we have it set in, let's go ahead and give it a turn. This will draw the rest in. Now we can push these in. So lift up, push in, lift up, push in. Let's go ahead and reinstall our screws. Plug back in our wiring harness on the bottom. Let's move up to the top. Reinstall our LED wiring harness, as well as our strain reliever. Now we can reinstall the frame bracket. When reinstalling your frame bracket, you have two teeth, one on each side, that will slide into this area on the actual frame itself. So let's start on one side. Make sure they're not bent. Put it in, slide it down. Let's go to the other side, put it in, slide it down. We'll reinstall our two screws. The metal likes to flex on this, so just be kind of gentle. Now we can reinstall the front panel. When reinstalling your front panel, first on the very bottom of the frame, you have two hooks. They will apply to the slide areas on the front panel. So slide it in. Make sure the teeth go in the slot. Let's reinstall the door switch harness. We have our drill ready. Let's install the first screw. Do these other two. Followed by the two inside. Now we can reinstall the console. When reinstalling our console, first we will reinstall the wiring through here. Next, you will line it up. It will drop down into the front portion. Once you get it there, push back and make sure it snaps in. We will reinstall our two screws. Bring in our harness and reinstall it to the control. Now we can reinstall the top. When reinstalling the top, you have 4 white pins that are lifted up. These will go inside the holes on the top. So we will drop it about midway, set it down flat and push it forward. All of our screw holes should line up. Let's bring back in our screws and our cover. What we'll do first is just reinstall the two on the ends. When reinstalling your plate, you will slide these portions into the metal down here, the hooks into the metal at the top. So slide it in. Now when you are pushing this in, you will have to flex the metal down in order to get this to pass. Slide it in. We'll get the hooks in. Reinstall our screw. And this will complete the repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click the like and subscribe to our channel.